Hello, good evening and welcome to Anfield, where we're waiting the two lineups. We're waiting the two teams, Liverpool and RB Salzburg of Austria. A terrific atmosphere inside the stadium, as it always is on European occasions, and I hopefully this will be of the no exception variety. A great atmosphere building up here, as it always was on a European night here at Anfield. Remember the last time we were here for a European night? I do. Early May 2019. Liverpool 4, Barcelona 0. And that day was one of the best moments of my commentating career, when Liverpool overturned a 3-goal deficit to beat Barcelona 4-3 in a never to be forgotten night at Anfield. It was one of those moments that really made your hair stand up on the back of your neck, and it really does have that sort of, that sort of atmosphere at this moment in time. Let me just give you the two teams before the teams come out. It's Adrian in goal for Liverpool, then it's Alexander-Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk and Robertson. 4-3-3 essentially Liverpool. Wijnaldum, Fabinho, Henderson in the midfield area. And up front, Mo Salah, Bobby Firmino and Sadio Mane. It's the real proper first team. Liverpool really taking it seriously. Remember, they tasted defeat in their first match, so Liverpool really need to get back to basics. They lost, of course, 1-0 again. 1-0 the last time out. Let's look at the substitutes. Carella, Lovren, Milner, Keita, Huxley, Chamberlain, Lallana and Divock Origi. Right, RB Salzburg, first time we've covered them. Austrian side, of course. Stankovic will start in goal. Then it's Christensen, Ogrenyi, Woba and Umar. Then it's Minano, Moepo, Jonasovic, Zobazai, Daka and Wang Hee-chan. On the bench, Ajamero, Koita, Ramalho, Con, Farkas, Haaland and Aguara. The referee tonight comes from Sweden. That's Andreas Ekberg. Two assistants, Mehmet Kullum and Stefan Allerberg again from Sweden. Fourth official, Christopher Carlson, once again from Sweden. And two officials from Spain that are going to be doing VAR tonight. That's Hijasco Manzano, he's the VAR ref, and then his assistant is Ricardo de Burgo, also from Spain. So we're all set to go then here at Anfield. We're just waiting for the two teams to emerge from the tunnel area here at Anfield. A terrific atmosphere, and it always is for great nights, cracking little nights like this. On the European nights, the strains of the brilliant tones, the brilliant tones of Jerry Marsden and his pacemakers singing "You Never Walk Alone" is one of football's great anthems. It doesn't matter if you're a Liverpool supporter or not, but you can't pretend not to be overawed by the emotion of the occasion when the strains of "You Never Walk Alone" strike forth. It is one of the most greatest sights in football. Anfield jam-packed. Well, it's 3 matches in a row. We had a week away. This is our third match in a row that we've been here tonight. So let me just give you some games I think kicked off in the Championship. Let me bring you up to speed with the Championship, because all the other games are finished. All the 8 o'clock games begin as Swansea look to go top tonight. So these are the scores that we have at the moment. I think all these Championship fixtures all kicking off at 7:45. Let me just run through all of them for you. Barnsley 0, Derby County 0. That's 0-0. They've only played about 3 minutes in that one. Brentford 0, Bristol City 0. So again, these are quite early on. Cardiff 0, QPR 0. But there has been a goal at the Valley, and it's Charlton, the surprise package, who are doing really well under Lee Bowyer. 1-0 up against Swansea, and I can tell you the goal scorer was Lecco after just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes in. Charlton leading Swansea, and it's Luton 0, Millwall 0. But we'll keep you up to date. There have been some early Champions League games. Let me bring you those. Two early kickoffs. Genk against Napoli, that finished goalless. And Slavia Prague 0, Borussia Dortmund 2. The goal scorers in that game, a brace actually for Hakimi after 35 minutes, and 89 minutes. And the games we'll be keeping the tabs on, as well as this one, a full commentary of this Liverpool Salzburg match tonight. Barcelona against Inter Milan, a big heavyweight clash. We'll give you up to date with that. Red Bull Leipzig, the other Red Bull team in the Champions League, they're from Germany. They take on Lyon. Zenit St. Petersburg of Russia, they take on Benfica. Lille face Chelsea, and Valencia take on Ajax. So all these scores as we bring them to you throughout the evening here on the JB Claret YouTube channel, and of course we'll keep you abreast with all the championship goings on as well. So a fantastic occasion in the making, and should be a cracking game. As Russ, I've just pointed it out to everyone, Russ, you're a bit slow on the uptake there. Trixie Milan, the Tottenham fan from yesterday, says, hi, Pochettino needs to go. Well, his team were absolutely trounced, as you heard last night in the game. We've seen some remarkable games already this season, haven't we? I mean, we saw that Manchester United game, which took a while to come to the boil on Monday night at Old Trafford. Then we were down south last night for that cracking game down at Tottenham. Didn't go the way of Tottenham, but by minute really taught the world a football lesson by sticking 7 in. Serge Gnabry scoring, and now tonight we're at Liverpool. What a game that could be. And of course, which game is that, Russ? I think he means the Charlton Swansea game, and Russ will give us up to date anyway. And we'll also be keeping our eye, of course, on Lille against Chelsea as well. That'll be a tough game as well. But an atmosphere to match none other this on European nights like this, Charlton Swansea. On nights like this, it is amazing. It's brilliant. You're across it, and the scars fly. The European Cup holders, history of this great tournament, winners 6 times. 1977 in Rome, 1978 at Wembley, 1981 in Paris, 1984 again in Rome, Bruce Grobbelaar, and that 2005 in Istanbul when they came back from the dead to beat AC Milan on penalties. And then last season, that epic run to the final where they beat Barcelona here in one of the most emotional occasions this stadium has ever seen. Let's hear a bit of You Never Walk Alone. Well, unfortunately, they're talking over the top there, and that's sad, because we wanted to give you a proper flavour of that, but still, they sing You Never Walk Alone like none other, and it's one of those moments really that makes the back of the hair stand out on the back of one's neck. It really does. And they are European royalty, there's no doubt about that. 6 times winners of the European Cup, more than, and English representing. Napoli was the team they were beaten by. Salzburg are second with third, so there's a lot we're adding on this. Genk third and Liverpool fourth. And a nice little banner there to the 96 that sadly died in the Hillsborough disaster way back in April 1989. And hopefully they'll get justice soon enough, the 96 who perished on that sad evening and that sad afternoon. That sad afternoon at Hillsborough. Well, we'll be watching from the skies, those unfortunate victims. They'll be watching from the skies and be very proud as the teams emerge from this fantastic new stand. The new main stand here at Anfield. It's a marvellous big cantilever stand. It's a tremendous stand, and Anfield now brace for another great, hopefully European night here. The copy flying flat out. Solskjaer fangs away to my left hand side, in the near corner are waving flags and banners and placards and Christ knows what else, as the teams are lining up now for the UEFA Champions League theme. Jurgen Klopp has already taken his position in the seats. Now the crowd are delighted. The crowd are buzzing. Oh, well, even the Salzburg supporters are really set fair. It's a marvellous occasion. Under the lights at Anfield, it just doesn't get any bigger than this. Jordan Henderson leading his troops in the battle. Yet to win in the Champions League this season. The European champions with Adrian, with no Alisson at the moment. So Adrian keeps his place in goal. Then it's Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez and Alexander-Arnold. Then it's Ronaldo and Fabinho, Henderson in the three-man midfield. And then it's Mane, Firmino and Salah up front. On the bench, Cahella, Lovren, Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Adam Lallana and Divock Origi. With their coach, obviously, Jurgen Klopp. What about their opponents? We'll just check the referees. The officials tonight all come from Sweden on the field of play, that is. And that is Andres Eckenberg of Sweden. The two assistants are Mehmet Callum and Stefan Holberg. The VAR official, the fourth official, incidentally, is Christopher Carlson. And it's Jesus Manzano who is the VAR man tonight. Right, let's look at Red Bull Salzburg with Stankovic in goal for them. Then it's a back four of Uma, Woba, Ongengi and Christensen. Then it's a midfield three of Sabalosky, Jozanovic, Marapo and Minuero and Ichang and Daka up front. Cornell, Asamiro, Keita, Mario, Farkas, Ireland and Ugara. Jesse March is the coach as well. And there's been some shocking team news actually from Derby. Well, just breaking off there as Salzburg prepare to get us underway here. To both Lawrence and Bennett, who have been charged for drink driving, are actually included in their squad tonight. It's also a car crash that's left Richard Keel, their captain, out for up to 15 months with damaged knee ligaments. Now their striker here, Wang Hee Chan, is wearing a protective mask tonight. So there we go. Cardiff are taking the lead against QPR. Panini reckons our VAR man tonight. He reckons it's going to be 6-0 to Liverpool over Salzburg tonight. So it's Salzburg in the Old Dark Strip. They're going to be attacking the Kop end in the first half. Barnsley have taken the lead against Derby, and away we go then. So it's Salzburg in Old Dark Strip. Liverpool all in red. Liverpool attacking the Kop end in the second half. They're going to be attacking the Anfield Road in the first half, away to my left-hand side. And this is Robertson now on the left. In fact, a free kick has been given. And an opportunity now for Liverpool to start breaking out once again. A terrific atmosphere, as I say, for a night that could well be pivotal for Liverpool, even at this early stage in the group stage, having lost in Naples a couple of weeks ago. This is an important night for them. And Mane in a bit of space on the edge of the area. Mane now cuts inside. He finds... Oh, he tried to find Robertson, I think, on the near side, and he lost control of it there, Robertson. Maybe Mane, if he'd been a little bit braver, would have gone in there for the first goal. But as it happens, there's Jurgen Klopp. Finally won the Europe's greatest football prize. It took him a long time. Tried a couple of times for Borussia Dortmund and Liverpool before. Lost on both occasions before last season. And Liverpool came back and won the game. And one came back a year later. There's Jesse Marask, who's the coach. Big night for him. They won their match as well against Genk the other week. So they'll know what it's like to win in the Champions League already this season. Barnsley won Derby 0. Apple Arme with the goal after 13 minutes at Oakwell. Barnsley second from bottom after the shock win over Huddersfield's win over Stoke, and Stoke are rock bottom with 2 points. We haven't heard anything about the future down at the back 365 of Nathan Jones yet, but he's very much a dead man walking. So too is Pochettino, if some Spurs fans are to be believed. It looks as if I'll be doing it all, but he'll keep us up to date with Inter Milan, Barcelona, and it's an early shot comes in from about 25 yards out. We must admit, it took me by surprise here. The ball was had to be won, and it was trying trying to think now. Was it young Zobovic? Yeah, it must have been. Young Zobovic with a shot there. That goes wide of Adrian's left-hand post, and that was an early scare in the first couple of minutes and a half. Still Liverpool no, Salzburg no. But Salzburg, with that effort from Jusukovic, with almost finding its target. Here's Robertson now for Liverpool. Back to Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk. Liverpool struggled to victory against Sheffield United at the weekend. On another day, they could have lost that game. They now won all 7 of their opening Premier League games. Liverpool, they've started the season domestically really well. Their only defeat, incidentally, is coming this competition, and that was against Napoli in Naples a couple of weeks ago. The rest of them, they've either drawn them or won them. And when they drew the Super Cup final, which they won on penalties, drew that 2-2 against Frank Lampard's Chelsea, and they've won the other 7. They won the other 7 league games as well. Also, they've got a little bit of a cloud over them at the moment because they're in danger of being kicked out of the EFL Cup because they failed it at a manageable player a week ago against the MK Dons. So we'll have to watch for the space. As a free kick is coming from Salzburg into the penalty area. In fact, there's an infringement there. An offside has been given and a free kick. It is to Liverpool as Robertson gets the ball down. 4 minutes exactly now played, and it's Sadio Mane. Good turning by him, looking to find a player in the space. It's 1-1 now at the Valley. Swansea have equalised through Danda. And here's Salah inside the area now. Chances here for Liverpool. Foul there given against Mo Salah for a foul on Moepo, and a free kick. It is to Red Bull Salzburg of Austria. Currently top of the Austrian Bundesliga at the moment in their domestic league. Decent side, decent outfit. Obviously they've got that huge backing by that energy drink Red Bull. Hence the name, of course. As the ball comes over to the far side, near side again, and there's been a shock at Barcelona. I'll bring you up to date in a minute because we've got Mo Salah out on the far side for Liverpool. Henderson, the captain, on the right. Here's Salah. Tries to play a 1-2, and he does so with Firmino. Salah trying to go through for the 1-2. And Liverpool win a corner for that. That'll be a little bit more better from Jurgen Klopp's point of view because that was a lovely football again, but good marshalling there, and it was knocked behind by the defender there. Christensen getting back there and doing a good job. It might have been Ogaweri as well. As the corner comes in, it's Fabinho, and now Henderson now out to Mo Salah. Henderson's cross headed away again by Ogaweri. But again, it's coming back at Salzburg again. Ball in towards Gomez. Gomez turning nicely. Not bad for a centre-back, is he, Joe Gomez? And the ball's been kept in terrifically well. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the cross. Comes out to Jordan Henderson. Still on the right-hand side. Alexander-Arnold having to run back just to stay on side, just in case the ball was played. The ball back with Adrian. He kicks away right-footed. There's been a bit of a turn-up at the Nou Camp Stadium. Barcelona 0, Inter Milan 1. Martinez the goal with 4 minutes gone. So some shocks taking place already in the Champions League already. Inter Milan having had a super start in Serie A. In contrast to their city rivals AC Milan. Their worst start to a Serie A campaign for nigh on 80 years. 1939-40 was the last time you'd have to go back for where AC Milan had made a worse start than what they've made now. Let's talk of Arsene Wenger succeeding. There's just a chance in now. Oh, and it was a lovely cross in from the right and almost got towards Bobby Firmino. It just maybe gone behind in that cross in from the right-hand side. It was Trent Alexander-Arnold. The referee's assistant was quite happy to play on there because Bobby Firmino was not offside as that ball was played forward. And in fact, there was a little touch there by Ungweni, who got a little flick away and did really well. 7 minutes gone, it's 0-0, and the flag has stayed down here. And well, He Chang there was a little bit hesitant there. The man with the face mask on just out run here. This is going to be a tough test for Salzburg. Beating Genk is one thing, but this is a tough. This will be a fired up Liverpool. Remember, Liverpool always battle well in adversity in this competition. Remember 2005 when they had to beat Olympiacos. Well, they were heading up with seconds to go, and then Steven Gerrard, remember that one? Hit a 35-yard screamer, and it was so good. Andy Gray shouted, "You beauty." It was one of those moments that made your hair stand up on the back of your neck. Liverpool 0, Salzburg 0. No goals, I believe, in the game at Lille, and Ajax have taken the league. I've no idea why he's got his face mask on, I'm afraid. I don't really know, but Ziyech has scored in the Ajax game. Ajax last year's semi-finalists, of course, beaten by Spurs. But anyway, here's Marnie now. Firmino Mane sucks it in beautifully in the right-hand corner. Lovely ball played on the left-hand side. And it was vintage Liverpool, that one-touch pass and move, the 1-2s, and that was Liverpool's attack at their finest and their very, very best. And Sadio Mane kisses the pitch and looks up to the sky, and Liverpool have the lead at Anfield. And so he starts to move off here, runs past one man, then Firmino lays him in, and the flag stays down, and it was quite right because the man playing him on was number 6 there, Ongenya, and it really was from then on in. It was a simple enough formality now, and this could be a good night for Liverpool if they can just keep playing the same intensity. And no chance there for Stankovic in the goals. It was a great finish, good right-footed shot, and cool finish there from Sadio Mane. A terrific player, and he's really coming to his own since coming in from Southampton a few years ago. He's really slotted in well, and the team that are unbeaten have only lost one game in competitive football all season long so far. That was in Naples. Well, they're in front again here. 10 minutes gone. Liverpool 1, Salzburg 0. So our last 3 games have all produced goals. No nil-nils. Thank you very much. Just the one so far. That was at Villa a couple of weeks ago in a game I just want to forget, really. For all the wrong reasons. It's still a game that haunts me to this day through technical problems and things like that. But nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with Liverpool's play at the moment. They struggled a bit to win against Sheffield United, but that sometimes is the true marker of true champions. How you win. Sometimes you have to win ugly, and Liverpool did that with a bit of help from the Sheffield United keeper Dean Henderson on the afternoon. But at the moment, Liverpool proving their worth. They've got a tough match on Saturday against Leicester City. That'll be an interesting one at Anfield, because Leicester are going really well under Brendan Rodgers. The VAR says onside, and I think the VAR was right, because you can see there, if you're watching it on replay, on Gengi, playing him onside, and Jurgen Klopp almost slips over as he punches the air with complete delight. I do apologise for these Salzburg pronunciations. It's the first time I've ever covered them, and it is very, very difficult, but I'll try my best for me. Don't tempt fate, John. Well, it's definitely, there's no danger of it being 0-0, Sue. Don't have any assurances about that. Liverpool are playing really well. They are a very good side at the moment, Liverpool. And what I like about Liverpool this season really is that they play with a swagger, they play with confidence, and they also play with freedom and express themselves. And that really boils down to Jurgen Klopp's managership, because he allows them to play without fear, have pride in the red shirt of Liverpool, and that's what his team have done so far. He's spent a bit of money, spent quite a lot on Virgil and Alisson. Of course, Alisson's not with the squad, but he's going to probably be back after the international break. Meanwhile, there's a chance there, and well, just for a moment there, I thought Darker might have got in there for an equaliser on the edge of the area, but Robertson did really well, and it was Minano, in fact, who was trying to turn. Now Mane has it on the left hand side. Mane now for Liverpool. Looks to hook a ball out towards the right hand channel. Should have left it for Trent Alexander-Arnold there, Mo Salah, actually, to be fair. Liverpool just happy to play patient attacking football. They play the game as it really should be played, really. If you're a neutral watching, Liverpool at the moment are a neutral's dream. Just to watch the game and just watch the way they play the game. A lot of good teams could learn, and tactically Klopp, more or less 99 times out of 100, gets it spot on quite a lot of the time. Anyway, here's Robertson now on the left hand side for Liverpool. Infield it goes again. And Liverpool just playing very calmly now. 1-0 ahead, in complete control with 13 minutes gone. Still a long way to go, mind you. With a little misplaced pass there from Jordan Henderson. It's out for throwing to Salzburg. It's still midway inside their own half, so no danger imminent there for Liverpool at the moment. But they're 1 up and in complete control. Good game so far down at the Valley. Both Charlton and Swansea playing well. Here's Robertson behind Firmino, but he managed to touch it back to Robertson. Did really well there, Bobby Firmino. And now back inside to Robertson. Again, the 1-2's working a treat again for Liverpool, potentially. And Firmino now, past one, past another. It was Christensen, he passed goal there, and in the end his cross was hooked out for a throw-in off one of the Salzburg defenders. It might have been Loba. And in the end it's a throw-in. He's still deep inside Salzburg territory, midway inside the Salzburg half. 1-0 Liverpool lead after 14 minutes, 14 and a half minutes almost now if you just joined us. Sadio Mane with the goal, having played a lovely 1-2 in the build-up beforehand. Terrific football with Bobby Firmino no less. And here is Bobby Firmino back around the corner to Salah, to Mane, sorry. Now Firmino takes the ball. Absolutely shattered after a long day. This is my third commentary in 3 nights. I think I might need a couple of nights rest before the Premiership kicks in again. The Premier League will be back, and then for one more weekend, and then it's all about the international breaks, and hopefully we'll have both England matches for you live and uninterrupted commentary of the 2 away games in the Czech Republic. So we better dust off the old passports and travel with England. We are trying to make a habit of doing England games now for the next for this season, of course, as they build up to Euro 2020 continues. So we'll be travelling with England in the build-up. Of course, we'll keep our eyes as well on the other home nations, as well as number 9 here. As number 9 here, Wang loses the ball. Wang Yi-chan. We're going to call him Wang, so just to give him his pronunciation. I don't want to say the whole name because I'll get tongue-tied. So Wang has conceded a throw-in, and with 16 minutes gone, it's Liverpool 1, Salzburg 0. Elsewhere around Europe tonight, let me just bring you up to date so far. If you've just joined us late, Johnson Thompson is leading the F-Taplon at the World Athletics Championships. Just in case any athletics fans are watching, that's what's happening. So Genk and Napoli finished 0-0. Sparta Prague 0, Borussia Dortmund 2. Inter Milan winning in Barcelona. That's probably the shock of the night. Lyon 1 up at Red Bull Leipzig. Zenit St. Petersburg 0, Benfica 0, Chelsea 0, Lille 0, and Valencia 0, Ajax Amsterdam 1. And they are all the latest Champions League scores. To remind you of the Championship scores, these are all 7:45 games. Barnsley 1, Derby 0, Brentford 0, Bristol City 0, Cardiff 1, QPR 0, Charlton 1, Swansea 1, and Luton Town 0, Millwall 0. And they've all been played now for about half an hour or so. Memphis Depay scored the goal for Lyon, former Manchester United man, I think. Meanwhile, here back at Anfield, it's a goal kick, sorry. Depay scoring for Lyon. obviously. And just remind you that Johnson Thompson is now leading the tap on at the World Championships. And we'll keep you up to date with that. Meanwhile, it's Sadio Mane through the centre. Tries to get the ball forward, but he loses possession this time. And it really has been a tough old night. You know, and then Wang now has it on the right-hand channel. Cuts inside. Ball whizzes around a little bit. Might still break here inside the penalty area, but good challenge in there by Andy Robertson. No foul there on the Salzburg player. Robertson took the ball cleanly. Gets it to halfway, but they've lost it now. And here's Christensen. Christensen knocking the ball forward. Or Christensen, I should say, not Christensen. Liverpool throw-in. 18 gone. It's Liverpool 1, Salzburg 0 in the Group E of the Champions League. All going to plan so far for Liverpool. But not without scares. This is Jordan Henderson now 10 yards from his own half for Liverpool. Back to Joe Gomez, who's made that second centre-back spot alongside Van Dijk his own. This is Van Dijk now from Robertson. He knocks it forward through the centre, just beating off towards the right-hand side. Alexander-Arnold to Salah, back to Firmino, and offside against Mo Salah. The spot by the Swedish linesman on the far side, but it's been given away there. The free kick robber wasted. And here's Henderson. Liverpool throw-in, just past the midway mark of the Salzburg half of the field. And now the ball in play. 19 minutes gone here at Anfield. Liverpool 1, Salzburg 0. Sadio Mane with the goal. And here's Robertson in towards Fabinho. And now back to Robertson. Now Mane, the goal scorer. Mane trying to work an opening on the far side. He's got it in Trent Alexander-Arnold. Bit of space here for Trent as he crosses it in, but too close to Stankovic, who gets the ball very cleanly, despite the goal hangingness of despite Bobby Firmino goal hanging there, not far from him. Anfield jam packed. Not an empty seat in the house at all. It's a full house, as Anfield should be on nights like this in Europe. And this is what Anfield was made for, and this is what Liverpool Football Club was made for. They are the most successful British team in European history. 6 times champions of Europe. Manchester United are next up with 3, and Nottingham Forest are the third highest with 2. Yes, 1979 and 80. They won the European Cup that year. Here's most of those years. Here's Mo Salah into the penalty area. Just to the right of the 6-yard box. Goes to the byline. Good tackle there. It's a corner. And Salzburg now just living on their charms a little bit here. They've been run a little bit wagged. Lovely football again. Henderson in there. Salah past one man. Past another man. Then he goes past. And then the number 17, Umar, the captain, with the corner. It's a terrific atmosphere, as it always is on European nights. Jim, good evening to you, Jim. I hope if you haven't subscribed, please do. We do need the subscribers. Anyway, here comes the corner. Trent Alexander-Arnold with it, and it's Mo Salah for Liverpool in the red shirts. Salzburg in the dark blue shirts, and the ball out towards Trent Alexander-Arnold. Is it? No, it didn't go anywhere near Alexander-Arnold, but it is with Henderson now. Back to Joe Gomez. He's had an impressive start to the season in Liverpool colours. And widely tipped that Dejan Lovren would be the second regular centre half this season. And Derby have equalised. Martin with the goal at Oakwell. That's not good news for Barnsley. Newly promoted, of course, but they haven't really done much else other than that win on the opening day against Fulham. They're having a torrid time at the moment, Barnsley. They could do with points tonight, but Derby have got back in it. They're struggling themselves, and with all their problems, might have to. If they can get a win there, that would be a huge boost for Philip Cocu. He's had all sorts of problems to deal with now. Of course, they're losing his captain for 15 months due to that horrific car crash the other week. But it's 1-1 at Oakwell. And Ross is absolutely having a ball down at Charlton. And in fact, both Lawrence and Bennett apparently were both booed by the Derby County fans when their names were mentioned. Brett, it's audio commentary, mate. This is an audio commentary. There's no match action on this stream because we don't have we don't allow to show moving pictures on YouTube. We get copyright striked. That's one of the reasons why we don't allow links. This is our little link, and this is our commentary. If you want to watch match footage, you're more than welcome to subscribe to BT Sports and all that. But you can turn the television commentary down and listen to my commentary. Here's Ronaldo on the right hand side, and he's got plenty of space to work into. Robertson is making a terrific run on the overlap, and he just played it too much, but to his credit, Ronaldo has got it back. Robertson is offering himself on the left hand side, and then the ball back to Mane. Liverpool keeping possession well, and it's Gomez out to the far side, and it's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold into Ronaldo, who scored the winning goal at Sheffield United on Saturday, albeit fortuitously under Dean Henderson's legs. Liverpool 1, Salzburg 0. Last night we were at White Hart Lane to see Tottenham hit for 7 against our very, very efficient Bayern Munich side. They were just far, far too good for their opponents. Spurs did take the lead, but it only spared, pardon the pun, spared. And we've got some news from Lille in Group H. Tammy Abrahams has just scored for Chelsea. Good news there. Tammy Abrahams scoring for Frank Lampard's Chelsea. 0-0, Chelsea 1. Tammy Abraham with the goal. And a terrific goal or two, I'm sure. As we see Robertson now breaking forward. Finds Henderson in the centre of the field. Deep inside Salzburg territory. Now the ball's played to the right, and it's Trent Alexander-Arnold into the 6-yard area and well turned in. And it's Andrew Robertson, the left back, from 6 yards. Well, he's not been out for his goal scoring, Andrew Robertson, but I tell you what, that left foot side foot finish was as good as any striker would have got on that. And I'm sure the likes of Mo Salah and Bobby Firmino would have been proud of that effort himself, and he gets a wonderfully great big hook from Virgil van Dijk, and it's Liverpool 2 up. Robertson starts the move, and then the ball gets sprayed brilliantly there from Jordan Henderson out to the right, and Trent Alexander-Arnold goes in, and nobody tracks the run of Andy Robertson, and with the left foot just side foots that past Stankovic, who hasn't got a cat in hex chance of saving that. And what a moment for the Scots, signed for only £7 million from Hull. Probably one of the greatest bargains of all time in modern football, in the modern football era. But I tell you what, it's money well spent. He might have well been the bargain of the millennium. 2-0, 25 gone. 25 and a half minutes gone, I should say. But wow. Take a bow, Liverpool. This has been a remarkably good first half so far, and it's been very enjoyable, and I think there could be more in the offing, and it is poetry in motion, so I can't agree with you more on that. It was just unbelievable. The football that Liverpool are playing is top notch. We knew that this was going to be a big night for Liverpool. They usually never choking on big nights, that is for sure, but Salzburg have got a long way. I've got to come back from a long way back now as Umar, the captain, hits the ball forward, looking towards Wang, but he loses possession. And it's first goal for Andy Robertson in the Champions League. To give him his full Christian name, it's Andrew Robertson. But we all know him as Andy, and we all know who he is. £7 million they cost. It cost Liverpool from Hull. That's probably in the modern era, the bargain of all time. £7 million from Hull, and he was playing in a relegated Hull as well. Let's not forget, nearly 3 years ago. And here he is now, the aforementioned Robertson into the penalty area, and it just needed another red shirt maybe to gamble in there, and it might have been 3-0. Liverpool have got the game by the scruff of the neck, and one gets the impression that Salzburg are in for a very, very long night here, because I think Liverpool will want a lot of goals here tonight to really boost. First of all, get through. They want to get the victories wrapped up as soon as possible, I think. And 3 points was essential tonight for Liverpool to get their Champions League defence really up and running properly tonight. But it would show a marker now that they're not here. They're not going to give their crown up that easily. Here's Marnie down the left-hand side now, and Christensen was policing him all the way, but it's been lost, and now Red Bull trying to make a break down the near side, looking for Wang there, Japanese striker. And now Virgil van Dijk. What a first half this has been for Liverpool. It couldn't have gone any better. 27 minutes gone. It's Liverpool 2, Salzburg no. As Fabinho hits the ball forward, nodded out by the number 39 Welber. And that will be a throw-in, almost level with the penalty area as well. Tammy Abraham celebrating his 22nd birthday incidentally today, and what a way to mark that with a goal as well. So great news there from France, as Lille lead there. Dina Asher-Smith will let you know if Dina Asher-Smith wins the 200 metres. She's about to race in that's taking place in Doha in front of some very disappointing crowds in Qatar this week. Dina Asher-Smith got a silver medal in the 100 metres behind Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price, and now has a chance to add gold to that silver. She's the red hot favourite in the 200 metres, and we'll let you know if she wins the gold or any medal for that matter before the night is out here on the JB Clark YouTube channel. And here's Fabinho, hits a long ball out, and look at Trent Alexander-Arnold once again. Ain't going right back of the future, this kid, there's no doubt about that, but he's lost possession unfortunately as soon as I mentioned that. Little tribute to him, and a long ball forward by Salzburg. It's headed away quite comfortably by Virgil van Dijk. He's got both strikers more or less in his pocket, and then the other end, Mo Salah shoots. Oh, he should have scored with his left foot. 7 yards out, maybe a bit more than that actually, 9 or 10 yards out. Goal at his mercy, he hits it first time. He was right to take it possibly on the half volley. Long ball forward here, Fabinho hits it, over the top it goes, Salah through the centre, left foot. Oh, he should be scoring there, and Mo Salah will know himself anyway. Doesn't need a YouTube commentator to tell him that. As Mimano is trying to marshal things here. There will not be any Europa League commentaries, as I'm going to be otherwise engaged in other stuff tomorrow, and that is the truth. I'll be doing a bit of babysitting, is the truth, so will be no Europa League action, but I'll be keeping my eyes over with that one, I'm sure. Plenty to come in the Europa League, but Premier League will be back on Saturday and Sunday as well. And nice to have Manchester United and Arsenal for the first time on Monday night. A 1-1 draw, remember, and then last night we saw that historical game. I don't think in JB Clark YouTube commentary history have we seen a player score 4 goals in one match. So there might have been a bit of history there. Serge Gnabry has created JB Clark YouTube channel history in being the first player to be commentated on to score 4 goals. Tom Huddleston, in his second spell at Derby, has just put Derby in front, 2-1 at Barnsley, so that's a bad blow for Barnsley. And here's a chance now inside the area for Salzburg. Shot comes in, and well saved, Adrian. Well saved, Adrian. It was Jan Zubovic again with the shot. Gets in behind the defender, the flag stays down. Some lovely football this time. Left footed shot, it's well carried away by the goalkeeper. In fact, it's Miniamo with the shot. Mimiano. Good effort there by the midfield player. So it's a corner then to Salzburg, trailing 2-0. Into the penalty area it goes. Oh, well, one Bobby Firmino. Even the strikers defending very, very competently now. But the more Salzburg men forward, and I didn't think I'd be saying this at 31 minutes in, is that the more they pour forward, the more Liverpool will catch them out on the counter-attack. And what a lovely ball to Bobby Firmino. And now Trent Alexander-Arnold rather. One ball forward towards Mo Salah. He might get on the end of it. Mo Salah into the penalty area. Mo Salah. Oh, he tried to do too much there. He only had Bobby Firmino, I think, as support. And in the end, he couldn't get it onto that left foot of his. Joe Gomez battling at the other end with the number 20 here, Daka. And Gomez holds Daka off well. He did really well there. Terrific defending from Gomez. He has really made that second centre-back spot his own and really doing magnificently well. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold now, infield, and here's Bobby Firmino. Turns away, past one, past another. Oh, he tried to go past one player, maybe too many. And now a chance now as the game becomes a little bit stretched. And here's Wang, the number 9 here. Wang on the right hand side, tries to get across in, hits Virgil van Dijk. Wang will retrieve the ball though, still on the right hand side. Now Christensen keeping possession, and now it's a patient football from Salzburg. Christensen on the right again. Tracked here by Alexander Arnold. He's gone past him here, Christensen. This is a dangerous run, but back came Jordan Henderson to quell the danger there, the Liverpool captain. And Salzburg, for their endeavours, get themselves a corner with 33 minutes almost gone. Liverpool 2 goals up. Sadio Mane with the first one, Andy Robertson with the second. But Salzburg just starting to have a little bit of possession with the ball, which is quite ominous at the moment. We'll be with you until about 10 to 10, until the final whistle tonight, because we'll be going off air pretty damn quickly. So we'll be with you until about 10 o'clock this evening, as the ball is worked forward into the penalty at free. And it was attacked really well. Couldn't tell who it was there as the ball was played in. It was a terrific crossing from the right hand side, and a genuine chance that for Salzburg there, so they could get themselves back in. In fact, well, there might have been some offside decisions anyway against one of them anyway, but still an opportunity goes begging. Here's Salah on the right hand side. Firmino back to Salah. Salah, again, just bunched up a little bit the free strikers, but never mind. Liverpool in possession. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold back to Jordan Henderson. Henderson back again, and Gomez chips it out, but he can't find Robertson. It's been given away. Now Wang on the chase, but well marshalled. In fact, Wang slipped as he chased that ball forward, but never going to get past Virgil van Dijk. It's 1-1 at Charlton, and a fair result, he reckons, at the moment. Well, he's going to say that because Swansea could go top, and obviously being a Leeds fan, he'll want him to stay top. Here's Wang towards the edge of the penalty area. Oh, he miscontrolled it right at the crucial second on the edge of the area, and he allowed Liverpool to get numbers back. There might have been a case for a free kick. Referee from Sweden wasn't unduly moved. Nearly 35 minutes gone in the first half. Coming up towards the final 10 minutes. Still 2-0 to Liverpool. Salzburg having a bit more to play. But here's Bobby Firmino inside the area. Oh, he tried to play it back to Mo Salah. Maybe he could have just run on and shoot there with his left foot. Or had a shot with his left foot, maybe. Liverpool looking to smell more blood here, and they're playing with a real swagger still. With Robertson, they're playing with confidence. This is what you want to see from a football team. It's going to take some meeting. Obviously, some bad news to bring you from Lille, I'm afraid. Osimhen has just equalised after 33 minutes, and Frank Lampard's team, Chelsea team, have been hold back. It's Lille 1, Chelsea 1. Liverpool have completed 244 passes already, and Salzburg just the 80, and that's happened after 35 minutes. As Mane plays the ball to the 6-yard area, well saved. Salah score on the rebound. Only got through the keeper and in. And it is 3-0. Mo Salah and Bobby Firmino congratulate each other. It was his effort originally that was saved terrifically well by Stankovic. And then Salah took an ace to swivel and turn and shoot. And he managed to do so past Stankovic, who more than made a dog's dinner of trying to keep that out, or trying to keep the rebound out. But Liverpool now, surely now, barring accidents, have 3 points safely banked. Nice ball into Mane. Lovely football again from Liverpool. Just the way they play it. Firmino's effort was saved. And then with the left foot, Salah did the rest. Had to swivel and get it off first time. And the goalkeeper there will be annoyed with himself. He'll be very cranky he didn't save that, because he got a good arm. He got a good paw to that. Great save initially, no doubt about that. Came at him from nearly enough point blank range, but I think he should be doing better on Salah's rebound. But that won't, well, it won't displease Jurgen Klopp by all means. Although it will go down as a goalkeeping error, and already the Salzburg coach, who had his tie straight at the start, his tie looks really wonky, I'm afraid. I think he might need a nice woman at the end of the night to straighten it for him, because he's not going to be in a very good mood at the moment. 3-0 now to Salzburg. And here goes Andy Robertson again. And look at the space that Mane's got on the left-hand side. And Salzburg a little slow there to close down all the avenues. As Wang now gets possession. Now they need something here. as the ball goes over to the far side, and the ball played in there, and what's the referee giving? Liverpool free kick. Liverpool free kick. And well, it's been the charge of the Light Brigade from Jurgen Klopp's men. Jurgen Klopp. I tell you what, he's probably the best Liverpool manager for a long, long time. Probably since Rafa and maybe Brendan Rodgers to a certain extent. That could be line to hopefully bring Liverpool their first league title since 1990. Too long for a club like Liverpool, but the way they're playing at the moment, who's to say they can't stop them? They'll all have that tricky period in the middle season when they hit December, when they've got to play something like 15 games in that month, including a trip round the world to Doha to play in that World Cup Championship. That's their right for being champions of the world. Meanwhile, Darker gets a shot off right-footed from just inside the penalty area, and it goes wildly into the Kop and behind for a goal kick. Well, it just shows really, Panini, the difference between a Premier League team who are top at the moment, top of the Premier League, and a team that are top of the Austrian Bundesliga. The Bundesliga in Austria is not the best league. It's not a better league. Anyway, a chance here now inside the area for Salzburg, and they've scored. They've scored out of absolutely nothing, and the clean sheet has been pierced. So a little bit of joy for the Austrian supporters who have joined. It was a ball that was cut in from good skills there, cut in from the right. And it was a tidy little finish that was by Wang, in fact. Wang, the number 9, turned in there. Good strike from the Japanese player there. The flag stayed down. He took the ball, went past Virgil van Dijk as if he never existed, and put the ball past Adrian. Look at this. Turned with the left foot. Lovely turn. Showed Van Dijk the eyes, and then with the right foot, hits it deadly into the right-hand corner of the net. Gets the ball on the left, as I say, cuts inside, and Wang just hits that shot into the back of the net. Well, in the last 3 games, including this 39 minutes here, we've had an aggregate. We had 2 last night we had 2 the night before last at Old Trafford. We should have had more then. We saw another 9 last night, so that's 11. We've seen another 4 here tonight. In 3 nights alone, we've seen a grand total of around 15 goals. 15 goals in 3 nights worth of commentary on this channel. And no wonder we keep on giving you goals here and plenty of talking points on this YouTube channel. Without all the good games that we bring you, we wouldn't have the subscribers we've got now. Way past the 600 mark, and plenty to talk about at half time, folks, that is for sure, for you guys to chew over while I take a 10-minute coffee break to warm up. It's a bitterly cold evening, as summer now is almost a distant memory. Christmas is only 3 months away. And at the moment, Liverpool are playing like kids on Christmas Day, although they have conceded a sloppy goal there by their standards. And then a half-hearted shot from the captain, Umar, with his right foot from about 40 yards, which is never troubling the scorers as it goes wide of the right-hand post of Adrian. Well, that will be a moment that Wang will not forget in a hurry. A terrifically taken goal at the Kop end. And the coffee does so good. Most football fans tend to have Bovrils. And I mean the right hardcore football fans, they do love the Bovrils. And I must admit, I do love a good Bovril. I'm at certain games as a supporter. But when I'm commentating, the Piper choice of poison is coffee. Anyway, last 4 minutes of the first half were coming up towards the last 3 minutes of the first half. 3 minutes 10 to go of the normal time. That's a foul on Virgil van Dijk by Wang. Free kick midway inside the Liverpool half to Liverpool, who lead by 3-1 now. Wang with the goal for Salzburg after goals from Sadio Mane, Andy Robertson and Mo Salah had put the Liverpool 3 goals up, and I'm coasting at that point, so they might have to score another one to make certain of the 3 points here in the second half. So there's still plenty of time for Liverpool to grab themselves a hatful. They're playing so well, and you wouldn't see them stop at 3 at this point. Here's Robertson in towards Mane. Left hand side tries to play a little dink in, and it was knocked away in fact by Ongwani, who gets it away. Kept in there by Andy Robertson. Robertson trying to hook the ball over the top, but he can't, as I say, succeed in doing so, and it's out of play for a throw-in to be taken by Andy Robertson. Robertson throws. Turn by Firmino, good turn by him. Anderson on it goes now. Round the corner to Salah, back to for Bobby Firmino. Good tackle there. And now opportunity knocks again for Salzburg as they try to break out. And they lose possession again. Mane just a little bit guilty of overplaying it a little bit here. This is Robertson now for Liverpool. 3 goals ahead. This is 3-1 ahead, sorry. Henderson now to Robertson, back inside now to Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum now on to Fabinho. Fabinho out to the far side. Good football this by Liverpool. Starting to ask a few questions maybe. Here's Mo Salah now. Mo Salah turns back. This is good patient football this, you know, by Liverpool. And the ball out of play and out for a throw in, which is taken quickly. 3-1. But at the moment, anything could still happen. This is Robertson now from Liverpool. Takes on all comers. Goes back though. This is Virgil van Dijk. Oh, he did well there, Virgil. Virgil van Dijk, he did really well. Last minute of the first half. And still 1-0 to Inter Milan. That goal at the start. Really giving them as good as they got at the moment. And we'll tell you about Dino Asher-Smith in a minute, because Salzburg were going through there. And it looked as if Daka was bundled to the ground there, but the referee from Sweden wasn't having any of it. Daka looks quizzically at the referee as we go into the final 35 seconds of the first half. Plus any stoppage time. Might get a clue from the fourth official tonight, which is Christopher Carlson from Sweden, a referee, of course, in his own right. I'll tell you about Dino Asher-Smith in more detail later. But it's great news coming out of Doha, I can tell you. Great news for British sport. Here's Andy Robertson. Oh, well marshalled there by the number 14, Zabalossi, but he's wanting the ball back here, Anderson. Illegally, says the referee, unfortunately. We've played 45 minutes. We don't know how long he's going to have on for stoppages. We haven't had any clues yet as to how long we're going to have for stoppages. Well, what we do know is it's a foul on here on Jonosevic, and it is a free kick. We're still playing stoppage time. In fact, we've only played about 20 seconds of the 45, so it's hard time here at Anfield. Liverpool 3, Salzburg 1 is the half-time score. It's goals from Sadio Mane, Andy Robertson and Mo Salah put Liverpool into a very good position at 3-0, but then back came Salzburg towards the end of the first half, and their Japanese striker Wang pulling it back to 3-1 after 39. Mane after 9, Robinson 25, Salah 36 the times for Liverpool, the goal times for Liverpool, Wang after 39 minutes, and that's a half-time situation. Now Dino Asher-Smith has won the 200 metres gold medal at the World Athletics Championships down over in Doha. What a moment for her, Dino Asher-Smith. What a moment for her. I'll tell you the placings, in fact. Dino Asher-Smith, we don't know the placings, but she's become the first British woman to win a global sprint title. She won it with a British record of 21.88 seconds. What a moment that was for Dina Asher-Smith. And Johnson Thompson, after day one, leads the heptathlon. And let me give you the placings. The Britain has got Johnson Thompson has a 96-point lead over defending champion Nasamato Tayam in the heptathlon. The Britain has 4,138 points after 4 events, with the Belgium in second place with 4,042 points, and Kendall Williams in third place with 3,855 points. And that event concludes tomorrow with another 4 more events. But Dina Asher-Smith, world champion at 200 metres. That is the situation here at the moment. Let me give you some half times in the Champions League before we take a little break. Let me give you the half-time scores from the Europe. Earlier tonight, Napoli and Genk and Napoli finished goalless. Slavia Prague 0, Borussia Dortmund 0, Liverpool 3, Salzburg 1. That's the game we're watching. That's half-time. Inter Milan leading at half-time in the Nou Camp Stadium. What a turn up for the Bucks there. Red Bull Leipzig 0, Lyon 1. Zenit St. Petersburg 1, Benfica 0. Not so good news for Chelsea, although they're not losing though. It's Lille 1, Chelsea 1, and now it's Valencia 0, Ajax 2. That's in the Champions League. Those 8 o'clock games are half times. We're into the second half in these championship games, or one of them is anyway. Cardiff 2, QPR 0. That's now, they're all, still half time at, it's 2-1 to Derby. Having been 1-0 down. Brentford 0, Bristol City 0. They're just into the second half there at Griffin Park. Cardiff 2, QPR 0. They're just into the second half. And Charlton 1, Swansea 1. Russ Byrne will be all over that now. He's into the second half at the Valley. And the other game that's still yet to get off in the second half, it's Luton Town 0, Millwall 0. So that keeps you up to date with the football. I'm going to take a 10-minute break. Russ will keep you, stay tuned, because Russ will keep you updated with the by text at Charlton. But from Anfield, we're going to take a 10-minute break, and we'll be back after that break for full second half commentary of Liverpool against Salzburg. Half time at Anfield, Liverpool 3, Red Bull Salzburg 1. Welcome back to Anfield, where it's Liverpool 3, Salzburg 1. The team's just about to come out of the tunnel. Chelsea drawing 1-1. Barcelona 0, Inter Milan 0, Valencia 0, Ajax 2. Leipzig 0, Lyon 1, and Zenit 1, Benfica 0. Earlier tonight, Genk 0, Napoli 0, and Slavia Prague 0, Borussia Dortmund 2. So we're waiting for the start of the second half here at Anfield. Tremendous atmosphere as it always is on nights like this. Let's hope we have a great second half. Russ is just called in from Charlton. 58 minutes played there, still 1-1. Ayew with a goal disallowed after the ball had gone out of play. Right, I don't know if we've got any changes afoot in the second half, but I don't think we have. So it's as you were. Both 22 players that started the first half will start the second half, and it's Liverpool in the red shirts. They're attacking their favourite cop end, as they like to do in the second half of matches, and they're attacking the goal to our right. Liverpool Genk attacking where their supporters are to the left, and away we go then. Liverpool in their more red shirts attacking towards the cop end away to my right. I've already seen one goal going at their end, but it was a Salzburg goal scored by Wang after 35 minutes. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Thank you very much. JB Man of the Match is back as well tonight. That'll be taking place after 65 minutes. So vote for your Man of the Match, please. JB MLTM and your name of your player. But do that after 65 minutes. I'll tell you when. But I just thought I'd better remind you that the Man of the Match is definitely in operation tonight. Anyway, here's Mo Salah on the right hand side. Into Henderson, back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now Joe Matip and Gomez. Gomez running at has fouled his man, or has been fouled there. Free kick. Gomez takes it quickly to Virgil van Dijk. This going from right to left now, Liverpool. As the ball is played towards Mane. Just dropped into a little bit of a deeper position at the moment. Fabinho gets the ball back, and a little chase on here for Virgil van Dijk, and does well. Joe Gomez now takes possession for Liverpool. Now it's Trent Alexander-Arnold, back to Salah, back to Alexander-Arnold. Again, lovely little football from Liverpool. They love to play the passes, and they're passing and they're moving, and yeah, they go a little bit sideways from time to time, but Salzburg will have to be a little bit more watertight if they're going to not concede another one. Well cut out there by the number 14, Zobolasi, and then a ball knocked in and out of play. It remains 3-1. We've just shy of 2 minutes played into the second half, and at the moment we're on course here they're on course for 3 valuable points here in Liverpool, which will take them back into the group. They do play some really nice football, Liverpool, at times. They're just absolutely brilliant. Inter wearing Lazio away and Barcelona wearing Croatia style home shirts. I'm not sure about Lazio away. I don't think they go down too well with the Inter fans wearing Lazio shirts. I'm not sure that's the case. It might be colours, I suppose, but I don't know. I've not seen any of the game tonight. I'm checking your word for it, Matt, aka Panini. Usual our VAR man, but he's somehow bought himself an opportunity to watch another game. A sneaky so-and-so, but I don't mind. As Gomez intercepts a long ball on the edge of his own penalty area, finds Ronaldo, back to Gomez. Gomez having to turn back there because he was down the cul-de-sac, and he goes back to Adrian, and former West Ham keeper, nearly 200 appearances for the Hammers over a 7-year period at Upton Park and then the London Stadium. And now Adrian again, left-footed, kicks clear, kicked on by Bobby Firmino. Liverpool now just got to get back to their old swagger, fearless football as they always have done. Here's Henderson, back to Mo Salah. Salah back to Trent Alexander-Arnold, gets the ball out towards the far side. Liverpool 3, Salzburg 1. So Salzburg have done something that Barcelona couldn't do last season, is score at Anfield. So they've got a bit of a one-upmanship there, Salzburg, on Barcelona a little bit there in terms of scoring at Anfield. A little bit of a one-upmanship there. Something that Barcelona can't crow about, that is for sure. As the ball is back to Adrian. And Adrian! That was pathetic. Almost cost Liverpool a goal there. Far too casual as he's trying to kick the ball out to Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right-hand side, and he almost paid for it then because it hits Daka, and if there's a better contact from Daka, that goes in the back of the net. He read the situation well, the number 20 there for Salzburg, and his manager knew that was an opportunity there that was a little bit fortuitous. Having said all that, as Wang was set off in pursuit of a side road pass, but it was lost, it was missed out, and now here's Mo Salah bombing down the right hand side. Liverpool now need to just get themselves back into gear, get their thinking caps on, and a nice ball there from Salah. Couldn't find Firmino on the far side. Christensen sorted that, but Firmino, to be fair, has chased the lost cause and it's found Andy Robertson on the left hand side, now back inside. Will Fabinho have a shot maybe? No, he's trying to play it round the corner to Salah. Salah can't turn because the defence has really wised up to it now. Now a ball forward, but he can't find Minamino, and it's out of play. I do apologise for the mispronunciations. It's the first time I've ever covered Salzburg as a commentator, so I do apologise. There's been a goal in the game at Kenilworth Road, and it's gone to the visitors. Millwall, after 60 minutes, Bradshaw the scorer in that game at Luton. Luton 0, Millwall 1, Bradshaw on the hour mark for the Lions. FA Cup's quarter-finalists last year were very, very unfortunate to go out to Brighton, and they were 2-0 up, I remember. One of the best games I've ever covered. Best cup ties, two of the best cup ties I covered last season, FA Cup ties, were at Millwall. That 3-2 success over Everton, and of course they, back in also in that quarter final they were 2 up and then lost to 2-0 late in stoppage time with the last kick of the game, you may remember, and then lost on penalties. Barcelona only scored once at Anfield in the UEFA Cup 1976. I can't remember them scoring at Anfield in 2001. I'm sure it was a penalty from Liverpool that won the day. I can't remember Barcelona scoring that night. Search it. I'm sure Barry Davis did not commentate on a Barcelona goal at Anfield that night. If anyone would know, Barry Davis would. One of the best in the business. Boy, we're missing his presence now, John Motson's and all them lot. And you know, I'm trying to keep the old establishment commentators alive and try to be fair-minded with some of the games. As a good clearance there by Ongene. Ongene does really well to get it away. But here come Liverpool once again. They like to start an attack as well as they might, and Henderson, they're having a good little spell out there. And ball is back in field to Henderson. Robertson provides an outlet on the left hand side, but Salzburg win it back. They defended a bit better in the second half, defended much stoutly than they did in the first half, and now they've got a chance here as Wang tries to play his partner there, Daka, but he can't be found. But Wang has got the ball out on the far side. Daka waits in the middle. Here's a chance inside the area. Pull back to the edge, and the shot goes wide. The shot goes wide from Minamino, and wide of the target behind. And there's been a goal at Charlton in the game that Russ Burnham is watching. Ayew, after 65 minutes, has scored for Swansea. Swansea leading 2-1, and if it stays that way, Swansea will be top of the Championship tonight. Russ Burnham on the Bols down in South London tonight at the Valley. Charlton Athletic 1, Swansea 2. It was a good Lee Bowyer's men who are having a good little run themselves in the Championship, having won promotion via the playoffs last season against Sunderland in one of the most dramatic finishes I've ever seen to a League One playoff final. Lee Bowyer doing this, despite losing today, I do think Lee Bowyer overall is doing a smashing job down at the Valley. He was one of his first clubs, of course, and then he moved to Leeds and had all that, and had that good, and was in that terrific Leeds side that promised so much. I'm trying to think. Oh, that will be the Champions League, that, not the UEFA Cup. That will be the Champions League. I was thinking the UEFA Cup in 2001. 2000, 2001. Anyway, Mane into the penalty area. Does really well from the left-hand side. Shot comes in. Oh, he's gone wide from Fabinho. Wow. Oh, it's Ronaldo rather. Ronaldo missed the target. Edge of the penalty area. Right foot. Goalkeeper's not getting anywhere near it. He's just stood there like a statue and hoping that ball goes past the right-hand post, which for him was a relief. And that could have been game, set and match there for Liverpool after 54 minutes. Still 3-1 by the way. And the ball's been given away once again. And here is a chance now for Salzburg to try and profit here. Can they make something happen? This is Christensen. Crossing from the penalty area. Oh, what a chance inside the area. Oh, what a chance that was. What a chance for Zobalari. And he couldn't take the ball down. He lost his footed as well. And Liverpool cleared. And now at the other end, Bobby Firmino. Len it in there. Sadio Mane shoots. And it's well blocked by Christensen again. Well, it's almost as if it's end-to-end stuff. It's almost a flashback to certain stages of last night's game when the first half was ebbing and flowing from one end of the field to the other between Tottenham and Bayern Munich. And now Wang with a crossover to the far side. Shot comes in. It's 3-2. 3-2 on the right foot. And it's Minamino has made it 3-2. And all of a sudden Liverpool are right back on the brink again. They looked in complete control at 3-0 up, but Salzburg have pulled it back to 3-2, and Minamino with his deadly right foot finish to the left of the, or to the right of the D. Sorry, there was a free kick that was quickly taken, and it was a terrific cross back, and just inside the penalty area to the right of the penalty spot. It's a terrific cross by Wang here. Gets his head up, good cross with the left foot, and what about that for a volley by Minamino? Terrific volley. And it's 3-2 now. And Salzburg are back in this game. The European champions now, having been in complete control, or seemingly been in complete control, are now being forced back. Only one goal in it. And they believe, and there's a grimace, a huge grimace on Jurgen Klopp's face. Patterson Daka is off and Erling Braut Haaland is on. Also the son of Alf Inge Haaland, the former Oldham and Manchester City centre-back. Also played as well, I think, for Leeds as well, Haaland, I think, as well. I think it might have been Leeds, actually. But it's 3-2, and the Salzburg fans are absolutely waving their scarves in utter delight. And that is a turn up for the Bucks. Meanwhile at Charlton denied a penalty. Chukwuemeka out, muscles his man, but he goes down, but the referee says no. Still 2-1 to Swansea. 57 minutes gone here at Anfield, and it's remarkably Liverpool 3, Salzburg 2, and it looked as if Liverpool had game, set and match after 30 minutes. When they scored 3 goals and they looked unstoppable, but now all of a sudden there's some nervousness around Anfield. And Brentford have scored against Bristol City. De Silva with the goal at Griffin Park. Forest, Leeds United, Manchester City now retired. Yeah. There must be some truth in the saying Red Bull gives you wings. Well, they certainly are backed by Red Bull in sponsorship, and the way they're going at the moment, and it's Haaland goes on the end of it. He's replaced Daka, by the way, Haaland. And now the Austrians are right back in this game. It's not giving Red Bull Leipzig any wings at the moment, because they're struggling in their match at the moment. Let me give you a rundown of all the other European ties that are taking place tonight, including Chelsea, but we'll have to wait a second because Salzburg on the attack, but Bobby Firmino snuffs it out, but he's lost it. And here's Wang now, edge of the area, turns it in, right goal for the right foot, and into the area it goes. It might be 3-3, it is, no, it's not, it's saved at the near post. Saved at the near post, is it? Offside given. Oh, Liverpool have escaped. They've escaped here. I don't know, I think that's on, he's on there. I think the flag it was wrong there. I don't think the number 14 Zobalari was offside. You can't take your eyes off this one for a second. We'll have to check the scores in a second. Let me check the scores now very quickly. We have a breaking play, 3 kick. Earlier tonight, full times, these first 2 results. Genk 0, Napoli 0, Slavia Prague 0, Borussia Dortmund 2. They are full-time results. That free kick has been given to Liverpool, by the way. And Erling Braut Haaland actually got a hat-trick in the last Champions League game. Still Barcelona 0, Inter Milan 1, Red Bull Leipzig 0, Lyon 1, Zenit St Petersburg 1, Benfica 0, Lille 1, Chelsea 1. That's still level. They play 54 minutes over the channel in France. And Valencia 0, Ajax Amsterdam 2. The European Cup semi-finalists from last year going very well again this year so far in the group stages. And doing really well. VAR said it was onside, and I thought it was onside as well. Quite right, Panini. Meanwhile, here's Wang now turning away from his man. He's got Haaland up ahead of him as well. And there's another chance now. Number 45, Marepu. Marepu now chased by Robertson. Liverpool in a little bit of bother. And it might be in bother now because Haaland went to the centre and it's chopped it in from 3 yards out. It's remarkable. It's remarkable. Liverpool having led 3-0 have let it slip. It's 3-0. What a night here at Anfield. And Anfield is silent, and all you can hear is 2,500 Austrians away to my left-hand side. Haaland has come on as a substitute. He got a hat-trick, as Ross said in the first game. And now he's scored at Anfield. Liverpool all over the place. They've let a 3-goal lead slip. It's Liverpool 3, Salzburg 3. Can you believe it? Well, we brought you... Well, we've had 6 more tonight. We had 9 last night, plus another 6. That's 15 goals. And if you include the 2 at Old Trafford in the Premier League, that's a whopping 17 goals in the last 3 commentary matches on the JB Claret YouTube channel that we've had the privilege of commentating on. Well, if we have Premier League games as well, might have to keep up with a weekly average. I don't think in 3 matches alike, 3 matches ever in commentary, we've had an aggregate of 17 goals. And look at the manager. He's running. He's done a Jose Mourinho run over to the fans. He's done a Jose Mourinho. I feel for Sue at the moment. Liverpool have only themselves to blame, I'm afraid. And all of a sudden, Liverpool's night, which was looking so good, has now turned against them, and now they are level, Salzburg, and you wouldn't have had a price on that about half an hour ago when Liverpool gone 3 up. James Milner has replaced Jordan Henderson, and in fact Milner takes over the captaincy as well. Let's check on Panini. Luis Suarez has just equalised. How ironic is that against Inter Milan, just when Liverpool concede, a former Liverpool man scores. The ball in towards Bobby Firmino. It's out for a corner off Wilbur. I have to say that Salzburg are defending manfully second half. You've got to give them credit. Cardiff have gone 3 up against QPR. Patterson has made it 3-0 there. And Benitez now watching 2 matches on the 2 matches at the same time. Anyway, it's a corner. And he's now doubling up as VAR man. Anyway, here's Milner with a corner. Into the area. Virgil van Dijk attacked it and almost got there. And still the ball a bit up and under, still not cleared yet. Now Wang can clear for Salzburg. This is a remarkable comeback from the Austrian side. And, well, I hope and pray that I haven't put the commentator's curse on Liverpool. I don't usually do this to Liverpool. But Liverpool seemed to be coasting at 3-0 up. I cannot understand why they've let the lead 3-0 lead slip. I don't think Jurgen Klopp can believe it either. I can't believe these games we're covering right now. This is probably the best time to be a subscriber and a listener to this channel, because we're bringing you goals aplenty. Goals aplenty. And Salah has been penalised and he's frustrated. He's kicked the ball at the Salzburg player in disgust. He might actually end up getting a yellow card here. Jesse March has been booked for his over-exuberated celebration here. And Divock Origi is going to come on. And it looks as if it's going to be a 4-pronged Liverpool attack now. Wijnaldum sacrificed and on comes Divock Origi, the hero last time Liverpool played here in Europe, he got the winning goal, you may remember, from that quickly taken Trent Alexander-Arnold corner against Barcelona, which made it 4-0 and 4-3 on Eggy. You may remember that. I remember it as well as yesterday. Sue says, the sooner we get Alisson back in goal, the better. Still 2-1 to Swansea in Russ's match at Charlton. As Liverpool try to work some magic now. Salah on the edge of the area. Good tackle again, and they've really put a shift in there again. Minamino with a terrific challenge on the edge of the box, and he had to time that perfectly. Otherwise, he might have given away a free kick. Now Mane. Liverpool need to get the intensity back up. 64 minutes gone. Liverpool 3, Salzburg 3. And Alisson, Adrian gets the ball away. Well, what a game this is turning out to be. Liverpool at the moment not playing like the Premier League leaders they are at the moment. 1-7 on the spin. The referee's not happy that Virgil van Dijk took the free kick too quickly. Maybe wanted a little word with Marepo as well. We're coming up to rapidly towards the 65th minute mark, and the voting will begin in earnest for the JB man in a match right now. So from now on in, the voting until the 90th minute, the voting for the man in the match begins. Name of your player, plus hashtag JBMLTM in the comment section. But you must hashtag it JBMLTM, please, and the name of your player. Doesn't matter what order you do it in, as long as I see that, and that counts as a pure vote. And what must Jurgen Klopp in the baseball cap must be thinking right now? Look at that. Wang after 39 minutes, Minamino after 56, and Haaland the sub after 60. 4 goals, 4 minutes between the second and third Salzburg goals. Doesn't bear thinking about. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold. Turns his man well. 10 yards inside the half. And now here's Mo Salah trying to run at his man. The ball is a bit under his, and Stankovic is there and takes possession of the ball. Much more comfortable now, Salzburg in defence, than what they were in the first half. Sue goes on to say, maybe Liverpool should have made the substitutes perhaps at half time. Hard to say what might have happened. We didn't really foresee Salzburg scoring 2 goals in 4 minutes, really, Sue. That's hindsight of football. It's nice to be wise after the event. But Liverpool now must pick themselves off the canvas and go again and try and win the match a second time. And try and nick the next goal. The next goal is now going to be crucial as we go to the final 25 minutes. The JB man of the match vote is now open. And is Mane fouled? Divock Origi fouled? No, he wasn't. Play on, says the referee from Sweden. He's had a bit to do as well. Not too many yellow cards being shown, just the manager, I think. And I can't remember anybody else getting yellow cards on the field. But I know that the Red Bull Salzburg manager's been booked. Of course, now under the new regulations from FIFA, that managers and players can be booked, and Minamino is going to be the man in the match for Russ Burnley. I have to concur, he's been probably their best player. Him and Wang have actually looked threatening, and Minamino has actually played really well in the midfield. He's looked a real linchpin. Anyway, Robertson playing the ball into the penalty area and turned out for a corner there by Ongwen, and it's a corner now to be taken by Robertson on the far side, is it? No, he's going to leave it now to James Milner. It's going to be James Milner to take it. Can Virgil van Dijk get his head on it? Can Joe Gomez get his head on it? Can one of the Liverpool players get their head on this corner? Taken there by Milner. It's poor. And it's headed out by Christensen. Christensen's starting with a K, not a C, by the way. Here's a long ball forward by Robertson towards the area. Van Dijk flicks it on into the area, and he almost just needed and just couldn't get through. Bobby Firmino again. Did really well. It's a throw-in now to Liverpool, edge of the Salzburg penalty area. Liverpool with the edge of the Salzburg penalty area on the near side. It's going to be left here to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold looking for options, looking for support. Finds an outlet in Bobby Firmino on the edge of the penalty area, right-hand side. Here's Alexander-Arnold. Mane's onside as the ball is crossing in towards Firmino. Low ball down, and he tries to get through. Mane still has possession. Back to Salah. Salah chips it over towards Divock Origi, but he can't be found. And it's knocked away again. There's been some more goals that have gone in over Europe. But Salah goes in and scores! And it's Liverpool 4, Salzburg 3, Liverpool back in front again! A ball over the top, and Salah attacked it from 7 or 8 yards out, smashed it in past Dankovic, and Liverpool lead again. Liverpool 4, Salzburg 3, 7 goals tonight. We had 9 last night, we've had 7 tonight. And now, and if you include the other 2 from Old Trafford on Monday night, that's 18 goals in 3 live commentary games. Firmino ball over the top. There's the header on by Bovino, and Salah stabbed it in with his left foot. Checked with the linesman as well. VAR confirming it on, and Liverpool back in front, 4-3. Salah with 2 goals. Panini has voted for Wang. So 1 vote for him and 1 vote for Milamino. Elsewhere in Europe, as Salzburg prepare to restart the match. What a game this has been, topsy-turvy. No such problems for Lyon against another Red Bull side. Leipzig 0, Lyon 2. Terrier with the goal after 65 minutes. Van den Beek after 67 for Ajax, 3-0 against Valencia. And what's the referee saying here? I think he wants, it's out for a throw-in, so a substitution taking place. So we've got 1 vote for Wang, 1 vote for Milamino, and here comes Okagawa to replace Dominik Zobolewski. So it's all happening here. Okagawa. Got quite a lot of middle Far Eastern players in this Salzburg team. Very, very impressive. And here's Oregano now. Good ball in there. Can they knock a cross back in there? Good ball in there by the number 17, Umar. Did really well. I bet Alan Hansen's loving the defending. Only you could come up with that one, Panini. Alan Hansen, a great Liverpool defender of the past, of course. Was the last captain, incidentally, Liverpool to lift the league championship. I'm sure Sue's fed up with me saying this now, back in 1990. And she actually goes on to say pew. Anyway, here comes Marnie now. Can Liverpool, they need to score. I think the way that the game has gone, you feel that Liverpool might need to score again just to make absolutely certain. It is a corner, in fact, to Liverpool. Now, if they can make this one count, get another goal here, and try and see out the rest of the last 20 minutes, then surely Liverpool. But I've seen an aggregate now of 19 goals over the last 3 nights in commentary games. It's been unbelievable. Into the penalty. Here we go. It might have been another one then. We nearly got 20 in 3 games there as Mane came flying in there. Remember, we had 2 on Monday again at Old Trafford. We had 9 the other night at Tottenham. We've had another 7 tonight. 19 goals in all. And we nearly had goal number 20 of the midweek commentaries on the JB Claret YouTube channel. Here's Milner. Still might be time for 20 goals in 3 games. Fantastic. I've really enjoyed and had a ball in the last 3 commentaries that we've brought you, and they've all been short notice, but every one has been an enjoyable one. And I don't think we've had a free bomb midweek, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I have seen a grand total live on YouTube, or described on YouTube, of whopping 19 goals. I cannot believe it. What more could a good commentator like me wish for? We don't do many 0-0s on this channel, folks. We don't do many 0-0s. Alan Hansen's eyebrows are going up and down, I bet. He'll be loving it. He's still a purist, and I think he'll enjoy all the attacking as well. I think he would have been impressed with some of Salzburg's play as well. You know, let's not take anything away with it. I don't think we need to discuss the direct defender. We need to discuss the attackers. Ireland goes forward, but again, a good bit of defending there by Joe Gomez. Now Liverpool on the break. Remember, they've got a 4-pronged attack now. They've got Mane, Firmino, Salah, and Divock Origi on the pitch. But here comes another substitute trying to burst in down that near side. That is Okagawa. And he did really well there. But this was the chance for Mane. Good corner in there. It was almost worked in. It was almost like Trent Alexander-Arnold was, but could he have been offside there perhaps? Well, it'd been an interesting one if VAR was adjudicating that one. But the ball did not go in the net, so Liverpool's potentially still waiting to score another fifth one. They might still hang on and win 4-3, but I'll tell you what, I've absolutely had a ball. 19 goals over 3 commentary games and 3 consecutive nights. It has been one of those freak runs, and well, let's hope it continues at the weekend when we bring you some Premier League action. We'll tell you on the Facebook page what games we'll be bringing you live. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page, of course, at www.facebook.com/JB Claret. Check it out, folks, for the latest videos and latest info on videos and FIFA videos and Christ knows what else. And again, if you're a new subscriber tonight and you're listening for the first time, welcome along. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you're gonna. And also, if you haven't checked out our commentary archive playlist, I've done the first 2 years of commentary archive so far. Give it a try. You'll be impressed with what you've heard over the last 3 or 4 years. We're into our 4th season of live commentary games, and I have to say it has been the last 2 years. It's been a successful one, and so far we're into our 20th match. And Salzburg have been terrifically good, I have to say, but what it has done, it's made for terrific entertainment. And for a neutral like me, Sue, I'm absolutely bowled over. And here's the substitute again. Okagawa, turning to his right foot. Okagawa shoots, and he hits it straight at the goalkeeper. The substitute is actually making things happen again for Salzburg. I think it might be a night where the substitutes might be key in this game. And Salzburg proving here now that they're not finished by any stretch. They're still very much in this game. There's been an equaliser at Luton Town. Callum McManaman, I think, with the equaliser with 4 minutes to go there. Diego Godin, the former Diego Godin, has had a good game apparently, according for Inter as well. The man who famously knocked out Italy for Uruguay in that World Cup game in 2014. Famous for the Luis Suarez biting incident. Anyway, we've got a quarter now. We've got about 14 minutes left to play here at Anfield, and we're still. I don't think the goal scoring is going to finish at 4-3 at the moment. We've had 7 goals already. I just want another one, folks. I'll be happy with 20 goals from the last 3 commentary games, and that would be just a nice little tonic. Liverpool apparently have only been fined, so they're still playing Arsenal here at the end of the month. We're into October, so the 28th of October, I think, Liverpool host Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. Of course, Manchester United go to Chelsea. So 2 big heavyweight clashes coming up in the Carabao Cup competition. And Wang gets the man in the match vote from Sue. So 2 votes for her, from her and Panini. And Wang is leading our man in the match award. And a fair-minded Liverpool fan giving praise to the opposition. Meanwhile, Bobby Firmino Engineer shoots, but it's well blocked here. Here's Salah now. It's popped up on the left-hand side this time. Milner will hit the shot right-footed. Deflected wide of the target. Left-hand side post. It goes past, and it's a corner kick only for Liverpool. As Milner shaped up to hit his shot. I think it might have been going into that top right-hand corner, but the deflection took it to the walls to the left, and it's going to be Mo Salah to take the corner. St. Petersburg now gone 2 up against Benfica. A Diaz own goal as well. Bristol City have equalised through Andy Weimann after 87 minutes as the corner comes into the penalty area, but well dealt with this time by Salzburg, but only at the expense of a throw level with the penalty area of Salzburg to Liverpool. Level with the edge of the penalty area. We're going to see another substitution here, and it's the number 4 Ashimiro. Ashimiro's are going to come on now for the final 12 minutes of plus stoppage time that remains. Junozovic is the man to come off, and Majid Ashimiro comes on for him. Number 4. Substitutions now coming thick and fast, as many substitutions as there have been goals tonight. Thick and fast. The action doesn't stop here. Over 3 nights worth of live commentaries, we have brought you 19 live goals in 72 hours worth of over the last 72 hours on this YouTube channel, and it's live as well. Here's Salah now. Oh, he can't find Mane. just to the right of the D as he was looking to find him there. That was where Marnie was stationed. This is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Right hand side, back inside to Firmino. Now Salah inside, looking to thread the ball into the penalty area. But now here's Haaland to bring it away now for Salzburg. They're looking for another equaliser, and Haaland is on the chase, but Virgil van Dijk is not a man to mess with. And Virgil van Dijk was always going to get there first. And a 5-yard head start on the Norwegian there did really well. 11 minutes to play. 4-3 to Liverpool. What a game it is turning out to be. What a superb game. I'm just going to break off. Apologies there, I just lost a little bit of sound, I'm afraid. But we are back with you live, and Chelsea have just taken the lead against Lille. Good news there, William after 77 minutes. Zenit have gone 3 up, Azamoun after 78 minutes. As we now go into the final stages of the game. We're inside, we've played 81 minutes, 9 to play here. Liverpool 4, Salzburg 3. Here's Mo Salah. Salah over to the far side. What a lovely game of football this has been. Been very enjoyable, very good. But still 4-3. And Liverpool keeping possession rather well. Little chip forward around the corner. Can Robertson keep it in? No, he can't. No, he can't. Goal kick only. Well, how many more? Well, it was a toss-up between Chelsea and Liverpool tonight. We've gone with Liverpool, and well, our reward is 7 more goals. I'll tell you what, I have described 2 of the most significant Champions League games so far this season. I don't think, involving English teams, it might go the right side for an English team tonight. It didn't go the right side, obviously, for Tottenham last night. They were beaten, of course. But I tell you something. It's a weird, wacky game, this football. As Jimmy Greaves once said, it is a funny old game. And the case has been proven here. What a finish we're in for now. With 7.5 minutes just over to go. And it could go either way. Remember, Wang, the number 9, the Japanese striker, winning our man of the match vote. No Liverpool players, surprisingly enough, in the vote. I thought there might have been a few Liverpool players on it. Even a Liverpool fan voting for the opposition. Shows how good and fair-minded Sue really is, and the Liverpool fans are famed for being very fair-minded and very respectful supporters as well. Let me just make that crystal clear. I don't think I've ever met too many biased Liverpool fans in my time. 7 minutes to play, and here comes the substitute, Oragara. Oragara now trying to keep the ball in, and well played. Joe Gomez did well, and he drove the foul from the Japanese substitute as well. Did really well there, Joe Gomez. Full time at Charlton. Some full times now coming thick and fast in the Championship. Charlton and Swansea have finished, so Swansea now, I think, believe go top. The extra confirmation of Chelsea scoring through Willian, that would be a great result for Frank Lampard. So a much better night for English football. 3 of the 3 of the 4 English representatives winning this week in the Champions League. Arsenal, Manchester United, Celtic and Rangers to come, plus Wolves in the Europa League, but we'll be doing no commentaries on them because I'll be very busy elsewhere. I'm not going to say why, because that's my business. I do have a private life outside of YouTube. Anyway, here's Trent Alexander-Arnold now for Liverpool. It's been one of those games where you just have to pinch yourself. I've commentated on games this season where you just have to pinch yourself to believe them. Here's 19 goals in 3 nights over for commentary games. I have to pinch myself to believe this. It really does. 2-2 at Barnsley. Good point there. Connor Chaplin with the equaliser there in the 4th minute of stoppage time. Good. And Cardiff have won 3-0 against QPR. QPR have been going very, very well this season under Mark Warburton, but they've been beaten today by Neil Warnock's side 3-0. Also appealing against their FIFA ruling against them because they have to pay Nantes £5.3 million for Marciano Sala, the player that they bought in January, who sadly died in that tragic plane crash in January. Anyway, back to tonight. 5 minutes to go here. Liverpool 4, Salzburg 3. 2 for Mo Salah at the moment. My goodness me, it's been a commentator's dream. I'm going to have no voice left by the end of this week, I'm telling you. We've got Premier League action to come over the weekend. 1-1 between Brentford and Bristol City. Good point that for Bristol City. Andy Wyman equalising there. Luton there with a good point against Millwall. Millwall will be disappointed there. They could have moved away from the bottom end of the Championship with a win there. But a good point though for Luton Town. Here's Mo Salah now. A little flick round the corner. Here's a chance now for Firmino trying to turn. Barcelona have turned it around, I'm afraid. Luis Suarez has scored again. Inter Milan losing 2-1. Barcelona out of jail yet again. Did what Real Madrid couldn't do last night and win. I'll turn around and win the game. Benfica have pulled a goal back against Zenit. Thomas with the goal over in St. Petersburg this evening. Meanwhile, here at Anfield, Hashimiro has been fouled by Fabinho. He's got a yellow card for his troubles. Free kick now, almost midway inside the Liverpool half. And how must the coach be thinking now? Can his team pinch and equalise that, make it 4-4? It would be one of the most remarkable games. I think I've never seen 2 Champions League games with so much excitement, so many goals, so many near things. I don't think I've ever seen that for a long, long time in my utter life. And I've been commentating for 3.5 years. I don't think I've ever seen 3 or 4 games that have captured the imagination like the games I've just seen this week. It has been unbelievable. And I tell you what, when we were doing our 600 subscribers special last week, I have to tell you that I chose my top 5 games, but I didn't think we'd. But if I should have waited a week, because the last 2 games I've seen here tonight would be candidates to go into the top 5 games I've ever commentated on, and just because of the historical nature of it, 9 and the goal, how many got, and the entertainment and the goals that have been produced. I don't think I've seen a more complete away performance in Europe than Bayern Munich last night. They were absolutely magnificent to a man, and of course Salzburg's performance, even it might end up being in defeat, but my goodness, they've given Liverpool a heck of a scare here tonight. They've done remarkably well. The ball back now with Stankovic. Will be at fault for the Liverpool 3rd goal, which put them 3-0 up at the time, and looked as if they were going to home and hose it, but not a bit of it. It's all been Salzburg. It's been Liverpool's night at the moment. But here's Fabinho. Remember, he's been booked. One ball up there, flick on there by Firmino. He's just dropped a little deeper there on halfway. Ball forward, but it's out of play. I just cannot believe the look that the look I'm thankful to be a commentator for a game like this. It's just It's one of these games you pray that will ebb and flow and you get a good commentary. And we've had that in Staying Was tonight. We're going to see Naby Keita come on now for Liverpool for the final couple of minutes for stoppage time. It looks as if we're going to see Wang win the man of the match award. Long ball forward cut out by Virgil van Dijk. We've got a minute and 5 seconds to vote for man of the match. But here's Mane now. Liverpool trying to finish it there and then. Mane down the right hand side. Looks to get a cross in. Finds the man on the far side. Can Liverpool finish the job now as we go into the last minute of the game? This is Salah. A fifth one would kill it off. As Mane goes in there. Oh, he almost got to Firmino as well. They were probably just too close together if there was any over hypercriticism about that. But it's still 4-3. There's about 30 seconds of stoppage time to go. And here's Wang, who's onside. The flag stayed down. Haaland wants it in the middle. Wang might be an outlet now as he chips that in towards Haaland. But he can't find him. Norwegian now wins it on the edge of the area, but it's illegal. And Wang, in fact, we've got an outright winner anyway. It doesn't matter about corrections for us. We've got an outright winner. Wang is going to be our man of the match. We've played more or less 90 minutes, and I think we'll close the voting at that point now. In fact, we will close the vote. Wang Hee-chang, the first Japanese player ever to win our supplementary JB Man of the Match award. Well done to him. A little consolation on what's been what's going to be a disappointing night for Salzburg, even though they played well. We're into stoppage time. I can't tell you how long it's been holed out because we've got a substitution here. Mo Salah's going off. Could well have got the winning goal tonight. 2 goals to him tonight. And Naby Keita comes on, the midfield player. Well, I don't think we've had a finish to a game quite like this. It has ebbed and flowed all the way through, and I don't think we could have envisaged the sort of game that we had. But there you go. Barnsley 2, Derby 2. Decent little point there for Barnsley, but it still puts them short of getting out that bottom 3. As Mane tries to hook one forward. We're into 3 added minutes, incidentally. It's just flashed up on my monitor now. We've played 1 minute of the 3, and the game's still in a balance. Wang was being held back there, according to him, but the referee from Sweden, Mr. Ekberg, didn't agree, and the coach of Salzburg is furious. And remember, he's already been booked for his over-the-top celebrations when they equalised. Did a Mourinho and got booked for it. Here's Stankovic now. Liverpool for 90 seconds away from victory. Salzburg have 90 seconds to save themselves and grab a priceless point on their trebles. This is number 17, Umar, knocking it into the penalty area, but he's knocked it too far over. Can't find either Wang, our man in the match, and Haaland. And it's out for a goal kick, and Adrian now will take his as much time as he can dare to take within the laws and the line of the game. But I have to say, it's been a terrific fare. 3 nights of Premier League and Champions League commentaries here on this YouTube channel has brought a total so far of 19 goals, a whopping 19 goals, with the weekend games still to come, by the way. This is this week alone. I don't think we've had a higher aggregate score in a week of the games as much as we've seen tonight, and we still might have more later in the week. Liverpool have made their final change. They're just going to shot now. 30 seconds left to play now, and Liverpool will have points on the board unless Salzburg strike in the remaining 20 seconds, and they're looking to break, but they've lost possession now. And Bobby Firmino, they've just got to hold it now. They might as well just keep what they've got now, Liverpool. Don't throw too many men forward. 10 seconds left. Keita has it on the far side. Just go into the corners if he can. 3 seconds. 2, 1. We're into time added on at the end of time added on. Here's Virgil van Dijk. Still we play on. Way past the 3 minutes. The referee's just checked his watch, I've noticed. Still we play on. And it's still 4-3 to Liverpool. And that is the final whistle. Or is it? No, it's not the final whistle. I thought it was the final whistle then for a second. I think the referee has stopped. Well, everyone stopped playing. I thought the whistle had gone then, but a bit hasty there. We're into the last 30 seconds. And the referee's not happy. I think it's Is it the ball? I don't know. It's a drop ball anyway, regardless of the situation. Anyway, we're 37 seconds over the 3 minutes. I should also stress that the stoppage time that was given was a minimum of, as the final whistle does sound this time. And what an end to another classic game of football. 19 goals over 3 consecutive nights here with the JB Clark YouTube channel, and we haven't had the weekend Premier League games yet. I'll tell you something, it was a terrific game of football to watch. Liverpool had taken a 3-goal lead within half an hour thanks to goals from Mane, Robertson and Salah. And then back came Salzburg with 3 goals of their own. First of all, Wang pulling one back 10 minutes before half time, and then 5 minutes into the second half, back came Salzburg again with Minamino. He pulled it back to 3-2. Then Haaland, who came on as a second half substitute 4 minutes later, made it 3-3. But then after 69 minutes, the winning goal, Mo Salah firing in from close range with his left foot. And what a finish to a game of football. And well, he's gone from joy to despair, and if he's not careful, the coach of Salzburg, he might get the red one. And great commentary again, Sir JB, top man. Right, before we leave you tonight, we've got about 2 or 3 minutes of time to go. So let me just bring you up to date with what's been happening around Europe tonight, shall I? And of course, in the Championship, we'll confirm all these full-time scores for you right now. Right, these might still be playing, but some of these games might still be on at the moment, but we'll bring you the full-time results as soon as we get them and confirm them. Full-time, these are the first 2 results are from earlier today. Thank you, Russ. Earlier tonight, Genk 0, Napoli 0. That was an early kick-off. So too was Slavia Prague 0, Borussia Dortmund 0. As you've heard, Liverpool 4, Salzburg 3. That's a result. Still playing in Barcelona, 2-1 they lead into Milan. Still playing in Leipzig, where they trail Lyon 2-0. St. Petersburg 3, Benfica 1. That's still a latest score. Lille 1, Chelsea 2. That's still a latest score, but we'll check whether that's a result in a second. One result I can bring you is Valencia. It's from Valencia. It's Valencia 0, Ajax 3. Suarez with 2 goals for Inter Milan, and Martinez striking after 2 minutes. But at the moment, that is a result now. That's been confirmed as a result. That's confirmed as a result. Barcelona 2, Inter Milan 0. Inter Milan 1, sorry, is a result. Ajax winning 3-0. Ziyech, Promes and Van der Beek with the goals in that game. We're still waiting for confirmation from the other 3 games, and then we'll bring you a roundup of the Championship, and then we'll end our broadcast here at Anfield tonight as the teams have made their way up, and now people are starting to leave in draws. It's finished in Leipzig. Memphis Depay and Terrier with the goals. 11 minutes and 65 minutes, giving Lyon a 2-0 victory. That's now confirmed as a result. They're still playing in St. Petersburg and Lille, more importantly, at the moment. So we can tell you. And in fact, Lille 1, Chelsea 2 is now a result. Lille 1, Chelsea 2 is a result. Let me tell you what happened there. Tammy Abraham, put Chelsea ahead after 22. Orangen equalising after 33. Then William, 13 minutes from full time, taking the points for Chelsea in that game. Good result there for them. And it's also, I believe, finished in St. Petersburg, where it finished 3-1. Dzuba putting the Russians ahead after 21 minutes. Then Diaz with an own goal 20 minutes from the end. 12 minutes from the end, Azamoun made it 3. De Thomas pulling one back after 85 for Benfica, but it wasn't enough for them. So that confirms everything now as regards the Champions League. Let me talk you through the Championship results and the scorers from that game. So we'll start at Oakwell, shall we, over in Yorkshire, where it was a terrific game of football. But first of all, let's hear from Mo Salah, who's been speaking with BT Sport after the game.
It becomes difficult, but we play to win again the Champions League. We play for just progress in each game. So basically, it was tough second half, but we won. So I'm happy for that.
At 3-0, you looked to be in control. What were your thoughts at 3-all?
I think when we were winning 3, we need to score 4th and 5th and number 6 also. it's a little bit tough because the human body, like the human mind, just like a little bit. Okay, we're gonna win. We're gonna score again. We're gonna score again. But they made the game tough for us. But happy to score the first goal, and yeah, we get the 3 points. That's the most important thing.
You don't have to think about Salzburg till December now, and a lot can change until then. But how dangerous can they be in this group?
I think it is very dangerous. I don't know about the first game. I mean, Napoli, the result, I don't know. I have no idea about it, but we have to think now about each game. I think that's the most important thing.
Well, you know all about Salzburg, Sadio. What were your thoughts on your former team tonight?
Wow, it was really good, honestly. To be honest, I think, yeah. After 3-0 up and they come 3-3, was a little bit tough game, but yeah. We just tried to push as a team like we always did, but yeah, I think to be honest, we deserve to win even though it was a tough game. You have to expect all this kind of game all the time, so that's it. The more important is the 3 points, so we got it. I think, yeah.
They'll be boosted by the 3 goals they scored here, and they'll be different at Salzburg, won't they?
Yeah, to be honest, I knew this team because I've been there for 2.5 years, so I know them. They never give up, and they try to push all the time. And it's what they try to do, and they cause us problem. But yeah, we try to result it as a team, and finally we score 4 goals, more than them. I think yeah, that's it.
We're used to you two on the score sheet. What did you make of Andy Robertson's goal tonight?
Oh.
Finally he scored. Finally he scored, but we're happy for him. He doesn't score a lot, but he's giving everything in the game. He's giving everything for the team. So yeah, we're happy for him.
Well done tonight.
Thank you.
Well, that's Mo Salah and Sadio Mane with the who have been interviewed. Right, Championship action. Thank you very much, Russ, and thank you for that tribute. Panini says I watched Champions League games, both second half, both classic. Well done, Chelsea. Echoes Sue. Right, anyway, Championship roundup before we leave you tonight. Barnsley 2, Derby 0. Harms scoring after 13 minutes for Barnsley. Then Martin after 34 minutes. Equalising for Derby. Then Tom Huddleston put Derby ahead after 43 minutes from the penalty spot, and then Connor Chaplin in the final seconds of the game rescuing a point there for the Yorkshire side. Griffin Park 1-1 it finished between Brentford and Bristol City. Da Silva after 64 putting Brentford ahead, but back came Bristol City 3 minutes from time. Andy Vyman, the former Aston Villa man, getting the equaliser and extends Bristol City's unbeaten run to 10 games. Cardiff City, no problems tonight in beating Queen's Park Rangers, who were going very well at the moment under Mark Warburton, but were outclassed and outpointed by a Cardiff side who were just too good for them. Morrison, after 11 minutes, got them up and running. Then Pack made it 2 in first half stoppage time, and then 18 minutes from the end, Robert Patterson making it 3. And that's how it stayed. So Cardiff winning there. The game that Russ was reporting on for us tonight, and well done to Russ as well. Charlton 1, Swansea 2, and Swansea now, Steve Cooper's side now top of the Championship. That's the big news from the Championship tonight, because Lecco had put Charlton ahead after 2 minutes. Lee Bowyer, now under former Leeds favourite. Russell admired watching him as a kid. Lecco putting Charlton ahead after 2 minutes, of course. Then Dianda came back after 17 minutes, pulled Swansea level, and then Andre Ayew with the winning goal 25 minutes from time, getting Swansea a real kick up the backside and up to the top of the table. And finally, final game to bring you up to date on at Kenilworth Road, where it finished Luton 1, Millwall 1. Bradshaw had put Tom Bradshaw put Millwall in front on the hour mark, but 4 minutes to go, 86 minutes. Callum McManaman, the former Wigan man, with the equaliser. Of course, a relative of Steve McManaman with the equaliser, saving a point for the Hatters. So the Hatters get a draw there, and that is the way it finished. So let me just look at the tables as things stand. Swansea now top by a point from Leeds. West Brom, Forest, Fulham and Preston in the playoffs. Bristol City creeping up in 7th place. Then Charlton, Sheffield Wednesday, Cardiff, QPR, Blackburn, Hull, Birmingham. A whole host of clubs now. 12 points for Brentford and Derby. Luton creep up to 17th. They're on 11. Millwall, having played the same games, they've got an inferior goal difference to Luton. They stay in 18th. Then come Wigan, Middlesbrough, Reading in the bottom 3. 2 points in it now. Barnsley, Huddersfield and Stoke are the bottom 3. Still no news whether Nathan Jones will be gone as Stoke manager by tomorrow. Who knows? He's definitely on borrowed time. That is a certainty at the Bet365. But I'll tell you something, tonight we saw one of the most remarkable games. I thought the events of last night, it was going to take some beating. It needed to be topped. It would have been a tough act to follow, but by goodness, Liverpool and Salzburg take about both teams. Defensively, yes, it was a mess, but attack, oh, what a commentator's dream. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Panini. Good evening to you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm now off to go and get warm, travel back from Merseyside, get a nice little pie in the oven and go to sleep. But I brought you 3. Well, we won't be on tomorrow because I'll be elsewhere. I'm going to have a couple of days break before the weekend's Premier League fixtures kick in. And we'll let you know which games we've got lined up for you because there's going to be some crackers. But in the last 3 nights, we have brought you a grand total of aggregate from 3 matches that we've commentated on. Manchester United Arsenal on Monday, 2 goals, 1-1. Last night, 9 goals in the Tottenham Bayern Munich game, won 7-2 by Tottenham. Serge Gnabry scoring 4, you may remember. And tonight, what a fight Salzburg put up. Let's first of all give them a bit of credit. They played terrific well. They were 3-0 down at one point, came back to 3-0, but then Mo Salah with his second goal to add to a goal he already got, and 2 from an extra couple from Mane and Robertson. And Robertson's first ever goal in the Champions League has given Liverpool a slender but narrow 4-3 win. My goodness, I don't think we'll ever see 3 games like that ever again in my lifetime. I hope you very much enjoyed the commentary. Thank you to everybody who's commented. Thank you to everybody who's taken the time to vote for man of the match. And thank you for the last 3 nights. It's been unbelievable company. I hope we've all enjoyed it and enjoyed the rest of the evening. But from me, for now, from JB at 10 o'clock this evening, take care. Good night from Anfield with the final score. Liverpool getting their Champions League up and running, beating Liverpool beating Salzburg by 4-3. I'm out of breath. See you at the weekend for Premier League commentary. I'm out of here. Take care. Good night.